My story begins 3 years ago. A colleague at work pointed out to me that I might be autistic. I was struggling at the time to cope with information overload and was becoming very stressed. I went away and looked into it and the traits and characteristics, and they started to resonate with me. The characteristics identified my behaviour so well that I decided to refer myself into CWP's Adult Autistic Service. When I spent time looking further into autism and traits, I started to feel cheated. All my life had felt like an outsider, playing a game without the rules and not really knowing what was expected of me, and people not really making sense of me. When I did get my diagnosis, the jigsaw became complete because I found the missing parts. And back in January 2017, I was so relieved to be diagnosed with ASD, autistic spectrum disorder, by Ian Davidson and his colleague. Then after that, it left a car crash of emotion for me to deal with because I returned home and allowed the diagnosis to sink in. And then I started looking back on my life and how hard I'd struggled in school and in the workplace, in friendships and relationships. And I didn't understand why so many people had laughed at me, but now I knew it was because I take instructions literally, I think literally. And the most frustrating thing after, when I disclosed to people I was autistic, was I was met with, "Oh, you don't look autistic." So after spending 40 years of not knowing why I didn't fit in, I was left trying to justify that, yes, I'm autistic. Having a diagnosis for me doesn't change anything. However, now I understand more about autistic spectrum disorder. I've learned I need to be kinder to myself and not put myself in an environment where I become oversensitised by noise, light or heat. But I've been searching for a reason to make sense of my world and how it felt like an alien dumped on a strange planet. CWP gave me the answer. The rest is up to me to control anxiety and give myself a schedule to avoid overwhelm and information overload. How awful and yucky I felt, and I've never really had many friends, and I've had teachers tell me I was stupid. I hid it so well because you have to wear a mask to fit in with everyone, so I put my neurotypical mask on and pretended that I was just like everyone else, which made it even worse because then they believed I was like everyone else, so then I was struggling silently. Got over it now, but I was angry because I felt like I could have had a different life if I did understand. I just thought I didn't fit in because I was a bad person, I was a naughty person, I was a stupid person. So my self-esteem's always been pretty much on the floor, and I faked it. My outgoing personality is to hide. I do want to say a massive thanks to the CWP service that I had. I needed to know why I felt so different to people, because I thought it was because I was bad or stupid. But when he said that you are autistic, so it saved my marriage. It made me become a better mum. I'm so grateful for CWP. The service is fantastic. To find meaning, it was what I was searching for, and I've searched for it all my life, to find meaning of why I don't fit in, why I don't connect. And it does have an effect on your life if you don't know it. When you do know, there are things you can do and make sense of your world.